Alright, this is your favorite bear doing more doctory stuff. Today we will be doing another level of forensics.
And I'm Katalupe, and I'm just commenting because I'm bored and eating a Pop-Tart. This Pop-Tart's really good, by the way.
We're hoping that this will give me more to say, as opposed to the usual, she's forensicsing stuff.
I like this character, actually.
I like her. I can understand why people wouldn't want to watch it.
Yes.
Forensics is just very long.
Calm down, little guy.
Oh no, well, you see forensics all the time on TV now, but you know,
minutes.
yeah,
It's
all those
only been
commercials,
7.
it goes by pretty quickly.
Yes,
And you know, laundry flies out the window.
The other part that I'm not very good at in forensics is the
Alright,
whole
I'll be right
taking
there.
cards thing.
Goodbye.
The whole match.
Doctor,
match.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean, though.
It could have been done slightly better.
It's just how the game is, unfortunately.
Her clip-on tie.
Look at it, she's fancy, come on. And that tie's barely hiding her bosom.
You shouldn't be allowed here. Do you need something?
Kitty doesn't seem well.
That's nice.
I'm not a
Can
doctor.
you fix her, please?
I work with
A
dead
cat?
things.
Why are you asking me?
Because you're a doctor, miss.
Hand it
I
over.
I'm
wouldn't know
also
how she
a
knew I
vet.
was a doctor.
I'm not that kind of doctor, small child.
Looks like she swallowed something. She'll be fine.
Really?
I don't know.
It's common for cats to swallow foreign objects. Still, wait here for a moment.
Okay. Thank you, miss.
Thanks, huh?
She then proceeds to kill the cat and then dissect and remove the foreign object to return it to the child.
Nice.
Ain't that just dandy?
Kind of boring.
Sorry I'm late. Is everything ready?
Dr. Kimishima, you're really late. Huh?
What are you looking at?
Oh, what happened to your hands?
Nothing.
I smacked someone who was asking too many
Cat
questions.
did it.
You want to be the next?
Cat. I never figured you for a
It's
cat
a tiger,
person.
really.
Be quiet. I thought you were in a rush here. Are we ready?
Uh-huh. Oh, right. I'll get ready now.
So unprofessional.
As soon as that happened, my phone rang. That was the Wiimote.
That was scary.
It is rather creepy.
I could hear that from where I was sitting, and it's just like, good, Jesus. Ah, my Pop-Tart's on the floor. How long has it been on the floor? Holy shit. Oh,
I like how you're putting it on my laptop.
I see. So you were cut
I'm
short
sorry.
too.
I'll put it on the heat gun next time.
Screw microwaves, just use a heat
I
gun.
don't know how
reel
long my
in the
Pop-Tart's
thread
been
of
on the
truth.
floor. I don't know if I should follow the 5-second rule or be wary. I don't know, it's dead
Explain
now.
the situation to me one more time, little guy.
Right. A skeletonized corpse was found in a river 50 kilometers out of the city.
Skeletonized? Is
We don't
that
know who
even
it
a
is, but
word?
evidence suggests it's female.
I think I
This
remember.
man out walking
Yeah, I
his
remember
dog.
this case.
The preliminary cause of death is being ruled as a drowning.
How long do we
Like
have?
you said, the body is completely
How long do you think it'll be?
skeletonized.
An hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Cool, let's do it.
Maybe.
We won't be able to
Forensics!
ID her until we reform her.
I also have records from
It's kind of hard for me to solve a mystery sometimes, especially in like this game and in the Ace Attorney games,
Ah,
when I remember who the culprit was, and then there are times where the game is like, no, you need to figure something out first, and I'm just like, but I know who did it.
yeah, it was like that Carmen San Diego game I
impressed.
played in middle
For
school.
you, that's
It's like,
a brilliant
I
idea.
knew who did it, but I would always be missing like one piece of evidence, and they're like, you can't accuse anyone. I'm like, but I know who did it.
But I know
I'll
who
leave
did
the
it.
recorder here.
I know that
Check it when
I
you need
played
to.
this game before.
Good. Let's
Yeah, and you're
begin.
missing like that one little bit of
Show me
evidence. And she's like,
life's
but I know what
ways.
this is. Aw,
Start autopsy.
commencing autopsy.
The truth can never really die.
But people can, and that's why we're here.
And that's why I'm here.
Let's
Begin
begin.
the autopsy.
Yes, I can hear you. Why are you calling for me on the intercom? Huh. I do have the corpse here, in a bag. Is this some kind of joke?
Oh, sorry, that was the most reliable way to get it to you. The skeleton had fallen apart,
Oh.
so I had
You guys
to
are
transport
terrible
it
at
like
your
this.
Ew.
job.
Huh. I see. So,
Please work on putting it back together.
You are a forensics expert.
I'm not a bone doctor.
So can you please start restoring the skull, Doctor?
all right. I'll take...
Thank you. Let me know when you start on it. When you do, I'll come pick up the rest.
Well, let's start reconstructing the body.
Basically, it's a puzzle.
It's a very
Very-
morbid
It's a
jigsaw
very
puzzle.
easy and morbid jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. So,
Ah.
Find where these pieces.
It's a bit harder for me because I'm all the way over here.
Move you closer. It's
Yeah.
too much of a problem.
Yeah.
Are you actually like gluing these pieces in?
I assume.
And putting like, I wonder what kind of glue they use. I
Bone
assume
glue?
it can't be like Elmer's
Bone glue?
bone glue.
Do they have bone glue?
They probably have bone glue.
Why can't I get bone glue?
Because you're not a doctor. No, that's the
Do they
icon.
sell it at Hobby Lobby?
Yeah, they probably do. Right there next to Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla glue is to glue gorillas, right?
Yeah.
I assume that's why it was named that.
Man, if putting a skull together is this format, I would do it. Just be like, oh, jigsaw puzzle, okay.
I can't imagine a skull would actually stay this
It doesn't fit
intact.
there. It doesn't fit there. It's the one on the top left.
Top left.
Top left? No, not that. The piece on the top left is
Oh,
that
I
spot
thought you were
here.
saying that piece went
No.
on the top left. I was like, what are you talking about?
You see, but now you can fit the top right piece into that piece. I'm sorry, I'm backseat bone gluing. My bad.
I'm backseat doctoring.
I'm backseat doctoring. This would be like a 3D puzzle, though.
I wouldn't mind it.
How
I
would-
would like a 3D puzzle.
How would you start a 3D puzzle, though? I mean, would you just like
The
put it on like a
outer
stand or something?
outer structure, I'm guessing.
No, would you put it like on a stand and then like
They
glue-
make
first
they
do
make
glue around?
they make 3D puzzles.
I know they make 3D puzzles.
I've never attempted one.
I keep seeing them, but I'm just kind of like
I would like to attempt one day.
Usually they come in like the clear plastic bits. I don't particularly like that format. Maybe in another way. I'm thinking. Yeah. Can you imagine if you were like missing like the tiny piece of skull? That would
That
suck.
pissed me off.
It would.
It's always that one small piece. You finish the fucking puzzle, and then next thing you know, it's like, haha, you're missing one.
You're missing a piece.
It's like, thanks, jackass.
Usually happens. I feel like it's the developers. Like they know you're missing a piece, and they're just like, you know what? You're not going to finish this puzzle.
I want to say there is
Screw you.
actually a puzzle later where you are missing a piece.
Really?
I want to say.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
But I don't see why that would be that much of a problem for this. It was like one little piece.
Mm.
I'd be like, some jackass in the
done.
FBI like
Let's take a look.
fucked it up and missed it.
Looking at this skull, I'd place the victim's age in the early 20s. The bone structure suggests a high probability that the victim is female.
I mean, sex with her.
Definitely a female.
I might find something out if I have the FBI analyze it in detail.
The FBI couldn't put the skull together. Okay, I don't
How's it
trust
going
them to
over
do
there,
much
Dr.
else.
Kikushima? I'm done
They're
with
pretty
the body.
incompetent from what I can tell.
Wait, so we just finished
I
the
just
skull,
finished
and now
myself.
he's gonna ship over the body. That seems a little.
Alright,
That's a
I'll put
little
the skull
dark.
back with the rest of the skeleton.
Once that's done, let's begin investigating the corpse.
That was funny.
Kind of
The
works.
little zipper mode.
Zip. Oh, I actually have to use my other
Yeah, it's fine.
nunchuck.
Okay. Oh, what's up with her leg?
They're all fucked up. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly unusual.
How is that not unusual?
They're shattered.
This.
Yeah, we all,
The
you know,
femur.
I walk around with my femur shattered all day.
The femur is the hardest bone in the human body. It would have taken a massive amount of power to break both of them at once.
Train.
I'm really frustrated because I know how it happened.
Don't spoil it for me.
I don't want to spoil it. That's the thing that's frustrating. Is like I just want to be able, I just want to scream it out, be like, "This happened!"
But it didn't. Oh,
Hmm.
what's up? This is like the second time the little fingers
What
fingers
could have caused
broken.
The little fingers are usually broken. I guess.
I don't know. Every time it shows me like the ooh, what is that?
What's this?
But every time it shows me like the fingers broken, I feel
never
really
seen anything like
squeamish
this
because I don't
before.
know. I see something about the finger
Yeah.
jutting off in the wrong direction. Like, ugh.
I think it's because I use my fingers a lot.
It might be. Anything on the skull? Anything? Spine? I don't know.
I can't remember. I assume there would be something wrong with the skull considering they made me put it back together.
I know, right?
Otherwise, we're just being, humane here.
Zoom in. Anything?
Anything?
Oh, come on. Teeth?
Then why did I even bother?
I guess we were
We
just
could have
being
left her
nice.
decapitated.
Just being nice, I guess. Anything
Yeah,
on the
well, as a
feet?
skeleton, you can have your head back.
It'll say something when we're done, won't it? It did for diagnostics.
It
Really?
usually will tell me.
Alright. I wonder if we have to exit and then say.
She probably will say it. Probably also wants me to go inspect their personal belongings.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay,
There's a
well,
lot of mud.
there's like a rip at the knee. It's out of the ordinary for me!
I'm a better detective than she is,
That's
apparently.
blood.
This. It's a blood
No, it's
stain.
ketchup.
However, it doesn't appear to have originated.
She had a
from-
very
That's because
messy lunch.
That's because...
It's too much blood.
I'm
Concentrate.
apparently really bad at
Whoops,
this.
I didn't actually find out.
That's not blood at all.
Yeah, there's no apparent damage. Well, actually, we don't see her skin,
Yes.
so how do we know there's
If
not
this
any
blood
damage?
is from external injuries, then the clothing would. However, the clothes have no such marks. Could she have been hemorrhaging from some other?
I told you it's ketchup. Calm down.
This is the necklace. Is this stone agate?
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 How much force would it take for this stone to break? In
Same
any
amount of
case,
force
this
that it
is
takes for
unusual a
femurs?
corpse.
I'm just shouting out things. Ooh, she is messed up on the back.
Nothing
out-
ordinary
what?
here.
Oh my. Yeah, tramps always look like this. Ooh, a car.
These are. Huh. That doesn't make sense though, because
The victim was. Yeah, it was a river, wasn't
Informal lake.
it? Woohoo! We got it.
that's right.
It was one of
The
those
corpse
questions.
found
Like,
in
was it a
the
river or was it a lake?
exceptions, but
It's like,
we usually don't.
what
I
about-
don't remember. I
What
wasn't
about a
that paying-
tributary?
It was a body of water.
It was a well! Timmy's
was a
trapped in a
It
well!
was a well. You don't normally find cars in rivers.
I don't know, maybe it was like James Bond aqua car, you know? Drives in, drives out. Yeah.
So apparently the mud and the tears are enough evidence for her.
Okay, apparently everybody walks around with, clothes torn, blood everywhere.
I do. On Halloween, at least.
Just look like you just go outside and roll around a bit in the mud, and scratch yourself up and walk into it.
Oh, boy.
I love this. I love his little,
little
like,
guy. I'd
like
wee-
to get your
his
opinion on
wee
something.
person. It's hilarious.
Me? Oh, I didn't think you'd ever ask me.
Enough chit chat. I'm transferring some data over to you.
We have
Don't feel that
science to
flattered.
do.
Can you wait a moment?
It's like,
It says I
be
thought.
quiet. We have
No
science
matches.
to do.
Says I thought, no matches. Oh, it says I thought, you're useless.
I've never seen this before. Not even at the place I
Where do you used to work?
Oh, yeah, he was in a trauma center. I
Oh.
don't even remember
So
how he
does that
tied
mean
into
you
it.
don't know the first thing about it?
It was,
Huh.
it threw me off when I first played because he has the same voice actor as the main character.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, it's Dr. Styles, but looking slightly different and with blonde hair. But then everyone online was just like, no, you're dumb. And I'm like, okay. Besides, it wouldn't make sense because he was working with an illegal organization.
Oh, okay. Well, he could still be
The two stories would not have matched.
Fine. At least I know now that there isn't any
It wasn't a
information.
very good idea
Now
to
that I
just
know
give
who
him the
yours
same
is.
voice actor.
Well, voice actors. They're not a dime a dozen. You hear the same one every game. It's like
What can you tell me about any of these? The skeleton.
Hey, little guy. Can you...
Yes, of course. Is it, do I...
No!
That's right.
I'll
It's
get right
not.
on it. I'll let...
Yes.
Oh, I'm guessing we wanted to put her skull there to get dental records, maybe? I don't
It's
know.
probably dental records, yeah. Hint, hint?
Why should I care? You're right. Why should you care?
Go away, sir.
Oh, Doctor, there's something I...
Hmm?
The team that collected the corpses turned in, and it seems that a type of tick
A
was
tick?
found in the ground where the corpse is located.
Boy,
Ticks?
Yes, depending on the season and environment,
That's
various insects are
disgusting.
attracted to corpses. They normally leave once the body's been reduced to the bone, but some ticks burrow underground and remain there for a while afterwards.
this is something that I
True.
never
Perhaps
wanted to
the
know.
ticks could tell us something.
Tell us, where the victim...
I guess.
Yeah, because if it buries under the ground after...
Right.
Yeah.
We could use the ticks to determine how long the corpse had been there.
Amazing, Doctor. I didn't think you'd know about that.
Mhm.
Wait, did you know about
So-
that and you weren't
Yes,
gonna tell me?
It seems to have only been
That's-
about a month
That's
ago.
me.
That's not too long biologically speaking.
A month. True, that is rather fast for a corpse to have been... Alright.
Almost like he doesn't want me to solve the crime. Maybe it was you.
Maybe little guy just needs to, get
Oh.
off his ass and do
Oh.
something.
Age double question. Alright.
Hey, can you see if they'll get me some of that Mooper's chicken, huh?
Mooper's chicken.
The fuck?
Oh, this juicy fat drip. Sam ain't just a dog.
Pet fanatic.
Don't be stupid. It's all thanks to Sam.
Sam probably couldn't figure out what's going
See,
on.
we were walking down by the river when old Sam,
Alright, good dog.
and he comes back with a bone in his mouth. I took a better look, and damn.
Wait.
How can everyone tell that this is a woman's
Yeah, how did you
woman's
know it was a
skeleton?
lady's arm?
Especially a hobo.
Well, hobos kill people every day.
Scared the
Unless this hobo was a scientist.
I ain't going near no. Oh, hey, if she was missing. I mean,
I think I missed something.
it's all
You
thanks.
picked all of them, didn't you?
Didn't I? Maybe there's just nothing here.
Little guy, that man who found the corpse might be telling us
Because he
one
knew
hell of
he
a
was
lie.
a woman!
In his testimony, he claims that he never saw the corpse, correct?
Yeah.
Yet there was something he said that he couldn't have known unless he...
The lady?
Yes,
Yes, please.
So now we need to listen to it again and then point out what we already know. Okay.
I still seriously doubt that some hobo was probably a high school dropout, never took a biology class, knows that was a woman.
Are you kidding?
Maybe I'm just bad at biology.
He is a genius.
It's all
He must be a genius. He can
Oh,
identify
thanks to
bones.
Sam.
Just like,
back with a bone in his mouth.
He said even for a forensic scientist,
Yeah.
it's difficult to determine. That means that the man who found
wait. Has supernatural powers. Bone
Well, I
man.
mean,
Smell their perfume on
it
their
would
bone?
make sense, considering that everyone else in this game seems to have one.
Yeah, might as well. He might have supernatural powers.
He's a big fat phony.
He must have seen the
So he
corpse
saw
in
the
person.
corpse in person.
He then made an assumption of the corpse's gender based on...
Well, the skeleton was wearing a bra.
Hey, hey. Hey.
Well, I guess it could have been a dude wearing a bra.
I was gonna be politically correct, but you know,
I guess it could have been a dude wearing a bra.
you have
but
to make some allowances.
All right, little guy.
Sure, but
A good question. He didn't want the authorities to know.
it's not a crime to discover a dead body.
unless he did it. Da-da!
The most likely reason why he did.
It's because he's a hobo. He had amnesia. I like these, you know.
Indeed. Because he tampered with the scene. It's likely that he did something that would get him in trouble if it was discovered.
Oh, I see. That would explain his behavior.
Yes.
The question is, little guy, go interrogate him.
Hey,
once more.
Trust me.
are we in Meat
I'll
Form
make sure he doesn't
on
hold
his
anything
computer?
back from me this time.
Oh,
I wonder.
dude, that would be cool.
I wonder.
I wonder what our meat looks like. Can we get a little tie covering our big bosom?
Our big bosoms.
Our bosom. Yeah, put all the bones together.
The fractures on both legs match the. That means these fractures.
Were
Always broken. They were always broken. She
Always.
never walked a day in her life.
That's
That's
right.
rather sad.
These fractures in the legs appeared when she was run over. How then did these marks appear on a corpse found?
I
in
told
the
you,
river?
James Bond's
This
aqua
is
car.
a new mystery.
This is a new mystery.
James Bond's aqua car, you know, just drove right over and drove into the water and drove off. Is he still analyzing the skull? That's what it means.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine putting the. Oh no, that's the female. Never mind. That's different.
Okay, we got the accidental damage. Is this related to the hobo at all? I don't know.
That's all the information we can obtain from the corpse and.
So,
JK, here's some new stuff.
Cause of death drowning after all?
No, there's a good possibility that the cause of the damage to the skeleton is too severe for drowning to have been the cause. Her skull itself.
It was shattered. to pieces.
Shattered. It was shining.
It was shining.
Excellent reasoning.
Yes, it was
Like we
completely
didn't
shattered.
have to glue it back together.
Even if animals had damaged the bones,
Okay,
they
so
would have done that.
her head-
Her skull was shattered by an extremely strong.
Her head was
impact of some
shattered.
sort.
A
Nice.
strong impact to the head.
Her legs are broken.
That isn't consistent with a drowning.
Hell no, it ain't.
There's
Apparently
more to
there's
it
a
than
whole
that,
lot of
though.
blood on her.
During the autopsy,
Both femurs were... They were in good condition.
They were in great condition.
No. It was both
They were
femurs
both. They were
broken.
both
Yeah.
broken.
Excellent reasoning.
right. The femur is supposed
Thank you,
to be the
Gabe.
most
Thank you for that
durable
boost of
bone in the
confidence.
human skeletal system. However, both her femurs
Maybe she
were
didn't drink her
completely
milk,
fractured.
you know?
This also suggests that
Her
some
bones
kind
were
of
weak.
powerful impact
Shattered, like,
occurred.
you know...
I see. Also, in the area where the corpse had
Actually,
been found,
physics are pretty
the
strong.
water level was low, and there are no waterfalls, rapids, or records of floods. There's nothing in the river itself that would cause such damage to the corpse.
Yes, but that's all we know for now. It's risky for us to assume anything beyond that. Little guy, get approval from HQ. I'm heading out to the actual...
Wait, are you going down to the river?
No. She did... The evidence we have suggests the actual place...
Oh shit.
How could I do
How
that?
could I do that? I
I
figured I just needed to point to the fucking street.
This location is the most likely...
Understood.
Oh, I see, I
I'll
see.
make
It's where
arrangements for
the,
us to
They
go right
wanted me
away.
to be that exact about
it's
it.
where the road
Yes,
meets
please
the
do so.
river, so I guess she
Now,
was dumped.
let's head
and
out.
she floated downstream.
Fair enough.
And then the piranhas got to her. And then the hobos.
The piranhas and the hobos and all that.
They stripped her clean. It's very sad.
Oh my.
Wow, do you think something happened here?
Nothing looks different here.
Oh, okay.
This
Hey!
piece of stone isn't a natural shape.
It's a tumor.
It's a tumor.
It's one of the tumors I cut.
It does look like one of the tumors.
I feel like I've seen something similar.
Really?
recently.
Yeah, when I was playing the Bone Doctor.
Really? What's this?
Long skid marks and signs of a collision.
A shootout happened.
This
here.
is a racetrack. You know, some days she's like the smartest person in the world, and other days she's just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yes, it's apparent that a car accident happened here.
I couldn't tell.
Restrain here.
I don't see any blood, so I think you're bluffing. This is not the accident.
Can
This
we-
is not where it occurred.
Okay,
You're all
so
full of shit.
we're all full of shit. You're all full of shit.
I'm not getting any blood, so I think you're all full of shit.
I'm not convinced until I find blood. Oh, can we?
Little guy,
Put
does
the
this
stones
information
together?
tell us anything?
And then maybe we'll make all
God, you're
cubes
useless. You're useless.
Blue paint thought to have
Little
come
me
from a vehicle
character.
was found on the area of the collision along the guardrail. We're investigating what kind of vehicle it's from, but that
So what
So
we're
this
learning
means
here is that
any
the
other-
FBI
well,
is
we can use the skid marks to determine
Sorry,
how
Feds.
many
Everybody
tires the
except for
vehicle
me.
had.
Apparently.
Sorry, Fed, if you're looking. If you're listening.
It seems this vehicle had 2 wheels on the front axle. Behind that, there were 2 more axles, both with 2 tires on each side.
That means there were 10 tires total.
10 times?
Judging from the number and positions of the tires, it must...
A large truck.
2
An
motorcycles side by
imported
side.
limousine.
2 motorcycles side by side. That's only
Yes.
4.
The pairs of tires are for dispersing the weight of the
Maybe it was a
load.
motorcycle gang.
Thus, this vehicle is
All of
designed
them
for
ran around.
transporting heavy...
I see. I'll get in touch with the investigators about this.
Please do. Hopefully.
What did the
Can we
other
connect
piece
the
of
stones?
That's correct. That clears something up.
She was on the bridge, at least.
Excellent reasoning.
Yeah!
Yes. The victim was on the bridge where the accident occurred. There's no conclusive evidence of how she died yet.
No, I don't want to analyze this.
Accident damage. Truck. Yeah, we still... Yeah, what the hell is that about the bruising bones? Oh yeah, this part of the game, we just play match the cards, everybody.
Match the car.
Or if you're better at investigation, you know, you match the real system. Simply. Fractured finger. Can we show little guy this one? You
There's
can
no
still
particular
look
need
at
to
it.
analyze this. I mean, you could tell me something, dude.
Don't have to be such a jerk about it, dude.
God, what a dick.
Huh.
Yes. There's evidence that there's evidence of having been in a car accident, and that evidence...
Fractured toe.
Dead.
I wonder if she's
Yes,
dead.
that's
Let's go
right.
back to the morgue and
Taking
check.
these 2 facts into
Are you
account,
alive?
It's quite
Hello?
likely that the victim was in an accident.
Are you
that
there?
was-
She made a phone call to me.
She did make a phone call. She knew our number. Maybe someone we knew. Do we need to go back
We're
to the
done.
scene and investigate some more?
Damn it. No, she said we were done.
She's already lied to us once. Actually, no, she hasn't lied to us. She lied to a child. She said she could fix cats.
I can fix cats.
Yeah, if I can kill them. Piece of cats.
Match the cards.
I didn't know we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Use the heart of the cards.
I will eventually figure something out.
Do we have
Okay. Maybe he wants to analyze something.
to... It's like, okay, we didn't get anything, so let's see if you want to see anything.
I'm not getting any information out of
Do
you
you think the
guys.
hobo had something to say? Is there any audio?
Maybe there is another piece of audio that they didn't fucking tell me about. No?
Do we have to go back and look at the corpse?
Maybe I'm missing something with the corpse.
Can't hurt to check. You know, she might have 2 right hands and we missed that. I mean, we're pretty bad.
Oh, never mind. There's nothing more I can gain from this.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what she just told me.
Hey, I tried.
Pretty sure she told me we were done here. Yeah.
What about, what's that arrow? The yellow arrow? Off to the side.
She told me there wasn't anything else.
No. There's a yellow arrow on the scene.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if we would go back.
No. We're gonna figure this fucking thing out.
But you already know the answer. I'm the only one who
I know
doesn't
who
know.
did.
It's like a ginormous spoiler.
If you would finish analyzing that. Stop analyzing. The clothes weren't damaged. Analyze the goddamn finger.
Oh my gosh. Is it the truck and the clothes? I don't know. I think we've done everything. It's a
The
problem.
body was discovered near the river, but the victim had been in an auto accident miles upstream.
Wait, yeah, and the time and the scene don't make sense because that evidence should be gone. Unless the government's horrible and doesn't clean up, road ways. Pathological. You think the hobo infected her body?
I think he did.
Kind of radical, but I'll go with it at this point.
We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna match everything up with everything, and then they're gonna tell me nothing worked.
Finger's good. Alright. Shirt. Shirt. Good. Okay. Good.
As if the victim had been killed in this
Had
accident.
I not done this already?
How long
Apparently
ago
we
did
did.
the accident take place?
Whoa, shit.
Shit. Shit. Shit. Shit.
1.
Oh, hey, we got it. Yay!
Yay for
Right.
guessing numbers.
The victim died about a month ago. If the victim did die from the accident itself would have taken place a month ago as well.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima.
Are you
Great.
just
Was
waiting?
there a hit in the dental records?
That's right. The victim here is Veronica Cage.
Daughter of
She
Nicolas
was
Cage?
23 years old.
Oh my god, Nicolas Cage!
It seems she was living with her parents 8 kilometers from where the accident took place.
I see. We're making progress.
Yes, that's been
So
done.
bad.
There was something.
Huh, what's that?
The parents hadn't submitted a missing persons report, though their daughter had been gone for a month.
You must have had a happy childhood, little guy. Every family has its own problems.
We questioned them just in case. If you need to listen to them.
Huh.
Oh, one more thing. Like you thought, it looks like we interrogated him again, and you can use the recorder to listen.
All right.
The
I
hobo.
want to know what he'd been.
What did you do?
You another. Alright, let's listen to some recording.
More recordings.
Hobo? Hobo's up.
The
What
fuck
did you
did
do?
you do?
The hell?
I was, and, then, yeah. Huh? Well, I saw the underwood.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Yeah. I looked around
Still
for a
kicking
while.
down.
And who's gonna buy 1 earrings? I can't even.
What a coward. I see. He claimed that he hadn't seen the corpse to hide the fact that he.
What a dick.
Do we
This
still have
man
to listen?
deserves a severe punishment. I should.
want to still listen to the rest of it?
Yeah, might as well. I want to see your comments on him anyways.
I want to hear more about you, hobo.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. And who's gonna. Anyway, yeah, there is gonna be a.
Jail? This would be how much time?
No reward!
Yeah.
You know, finding that... No cash, and now I'm getting sick.
That's right. Justice.
Well, at least they...
Yes, that's one way.
But what about Sam, the dog?
Sam the dog is doomed to live the life of a homeless dog.
That dog. That poor dog.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, wow.
I hate to say this when I know you're doing your best. But I've always known that something like this would happen.
Well, damn, Sam.
Yes, we expected it. That's... I mean, sometimes...
Whoa!
Damn, what a dick.
That is kind of a dick.
But this... It's embarrassing.
Wait,
Anyway,
is it like
we'd
the
to go
visual
home as soon as
bruise
we
on his
can.
face?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I have a bad back, too.
Nothing of importance for now.
Except the fact that he's a dick. She looks beat up too.
My daughter, she was a kind... Well, she lost most of her... At some point, sometimes she didn't come home for an entire month. Oh, this...
Yeah, bullshit.
My husband...
There is
It seems that the victim's
something
relationship with
funky
her...
going
Dropping out
down.
of high school, going out every night. Sounds like a typical delinquent.
That's not the best way to describe it, but I can't...
Yeah, did the...
There's something that bothered... What caught my attention?
Yeah, the giant injury
Giant
on his
fucking
face.
bruise.
It wasn't major, but... And in the mother's testimony...
Same thing. She has. Yeah, in
Yes.
the eyes.
But they both said that...
Huh. You're not paying attention. They both have multiple injuries, but each injury is in a different state. This means...
They were. What was the one you said?
They were injured repeatedly.
Right. How many people do you know who fall down several times a week?
I see.
I kind of do.
I
I'm
don't
very
know yet,
interested.
but they must have a reason for hiding the cause of their injuries.
Yeah, save the game. Yeah, he's in that. He'll go to jail.
Huh. Yes. It's more than that the person who had found the corpse. There's one more important fact involved.
Was totally stylish.
Oh my god! I really want to put that one even though I know it's wrong. Oh, so missing an earring. Yeah, boy.
Yes. Only one of the victims, either it came off somewhere, or she was only wearing... Where could the other earring have gone?
It's at the scene of her death, probably. Close it still.
Analyze the goddamn finger.
Oh my god.
We done here? Guess not.
I don't know. Okay, analyze everything. Bloodstains. Bloodstains earring. He's already analyzing the
I guess you can only analyze one thing at a time.
because he's lame.
Because he's terrible.
He
He's
is
terrible at his job.
Gosh, he is terrible at his job. Unless there's victim's ID. Can we do that with the parents?
It's analyzing.
So
I've come to the conclusion that if it's analyzing, they're never going to actually connect with something. If I recall correctly, that's how I actually got through the game. Oh, don't do this to me again.
There isn't anything new audio, is there?
Shouldn't be.
Oh, check.
From what I can tell, when she says that we need to collect information, that means we have everything.
Ah.
Card catcher.
Whoa.
What? I don't even know what I
I
connected.
don't even know.
23 years old. I don't sympathize with you.
And now we're gonna analyze the corpse once more. Okay.
Dr. Kimishima,
Okay.
we've
Good. That's rather...
Hey, come on. We're a national
Who
government
fails?
agency.
You haven't been doing very well of proving that to me recently, little
Yeah.
guy.
We'll have the recording from the driver's
He's
interview later.
horrible.
He pretty much admits to what we suspected had happened.
Easy there. It's too early.
What do you mean?
Do you think that just catching the truck driver will...
Doesn't it?
A 23-year-old woman was walking alone. You think she was just walking the dog?
Okay.
She's
She
just walking
doesn't-
Sam.
God. So the
Sam!
investigation's not over
Oh,
yet.
that dog will
Indeed.
survive.
Go look into the parents' hospital records. From the size of those bruises, they would have needed to be treated at a hospital.
Got it. What will you be doing?
I'm going to investigate the victim's house.
Right.
Veronica's
Oh yes, this is definitely the case I remember. Glad I'm not mistaken here.
These pieces of glass... Let's see. Ah, the mirror on the dresser's been broken.
I wonder what happened to it. It was broken.
It seems there's something here. This
This
it's
is-
the same
Ta-da!
earring that the man who had found the body. But what would this be doing here?
She lived here.
It's from the Mirror Universe.
Oh my
Woo!
Alice in
Indeed.
Wonderland!
All the shattered glass. That means that someone had... They must have swept up the earring. Was the earring with the glass piece? In any case, since it there must be blood on the ceiling. I'll need to have the little guy analyze.
Yeah! Is there anything else in here?
Oh yes.
Okay. Let's analyze all the things. Yeah, let's do the obvious. No blood on the handle. So the killer used blood. Huh. Nah, I don't know what I'm
Why
saying.
is the wallpaper peeling?
Because it's pink, man. It's already messed up.
Okay, it's wallpaper.
It looks like a zebra pink wallpaper. What's that on her stuff?
It's an ordinary package of breath mints. You can get them anywhere.
Open the case.
Just as I thought.
Yeah, there.
These aren't mints.
Those are like mints to me.
Are those the mints you pop?
Those are mints I pop.
These markings seem to indicate that this medication... I might be able to ask the little...
Okay, so
At the moment.
okay, so we're done.
No, I said exit. Damn it.
When the character tells you on screen, "We're done," it means you're
That
done.
means we're done.
It's like we're done.
Dr.
Let's go.
Kimishima, we've...
Huh, alright.
It's easy to sympathize with him. Sounds like a case that...
I see.
Please do.
Please,
I need
at
to
this
pay
time,
careful
everybody
attention to his
suspect.
account of what
Even
happened
I'm
before
suspect.
and what Veronica was doing. And what the driver did.
It
That's
was
what
part
I
of
should
that
be
little
sure.
girl with the cat earlier at the very beginning.
The little cat killed her.
Yeah. Oh my god,
God.
really? Oh my gosh.
Dude looks like
Yes.
he's straight out of Farming Simulator.
Oh my god. You know there's a Euro Truck Simulator now?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
What do you want?
He even sounds like one.
I don't know. A woman. That woman.
I think it is your fault.
I was, Damn it, they...
Whoa!
Forced you to do it.
Why the hell would someone be sleeping in the middle of a mountain? It started my...
I don't care.
If this man was telling the truth, then the victim
I want to listen to the rest of what he has to say.
doesn't see what in the...
Don't.
Ta-da!
I want to hear more.
We still have another testimony to listen to.
But
Damn it, it started. I turned a corner. I slammed on the brake. I got out of the truck to see and I panicked.
He threw the victim's...
Good job, dipshit.
guess what? You're a dick.
This means that the victim wasn't knocked...
I want to see what the rest of what she has to say about him.
What did you do afterwards?
Whoops.
Huh.
Wrong button.
Too aggressive.
I slammed. I got out of the truck to see.
Yeah.
I panicked.
You're off.
I don't know why. I wanted to make it look like nothing happened. You mean, what did she look like? But her arms and legs were picking her up with
I think we had a good clue there that we just completely ignored.
The fact that she was dead before he hit her.
Ta-da!
Who put the two earrings together?
Hey, little guy. I
Yeah.
need you to analyze this med...
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Did-
That's right.
medication.
It looks like it's prescribed
No, it's my medication. I
But
need to tell
what
you.
is
I
it?
need you to tell me if I'm taking the right one.
Who knows? It's
like, I wanna make sure
definitely-
that
I'd suspect
guy
that
at the
this would
pharmacy
have to be
didn't rip me
prescribed by a doctor before someone can buy it.
I see. That makes
Prescribed
sense.
medication.
This was the victim suffering? If I...
The earrings don't go together.
Little guy, I need you to analyze something.
My God.
Sure. Send
Oh,
it
yeah,
over to me.
because,
I
the
see.
second earring
There's
has blood on
it. The DNA. Also, this metal fitting seems warped.
That doesn't seem to be the case.
The blood.
It's not on the ornament. It's if there's blood there that matches the...
Ugh.
It must be someone else's.
Ripped out of her ear.
If that's the case, the damage to the fitting may... But what could happen?
I don't know yet. I think this information may
Damn.
lead us to some more concrete evidence.
Do you think the earring has to do with the blood-stained
True.
shirt?
Both of these facts, the victim was discovered and the other one was discovered. Normally, if someone had an earring torn, they would have to realize. Still, the victim was on a bridge. What this...
She did it all the time. She always ripped the earrings out of her ears. Yeah, I think so.
To the bridge after having a job.
It would be a phenomenal amount of pain.
I can't imagine. I
Solid
don't like to
evidence.
stick things in my ear. That might just be me though.
That's right. She didn't leave this room. She was... That could explain
Have you
why
ever been
one of
hooked
the
up to an
earrings was
IV?
left in the room.
Yes.
But why would
Like,
whoever
think of that, like,
abducted
just being
her
ripped out. It was,
leave
don't
her
want
on
it.
a bridge 8
yeah,
kilometers?
don't think about it, but think about it. That's
I
what
feel like
happened.
there's a lot of...
You don't do that voluntarily.
Dr. Kimishima,
Good.
it looks that way. The report indicates that the fractures to they were all posthumous injuries.
So these wounds were in...
Yes, that's what.
That's what possible. That's right. Told you she was dead at the scene.
Ta-da!
At least the first scene. You know, the second scene she might have died at. Yeah, what's up with her body?
Oh,
Oh, by the way, Dr. Kimishima.
Did you find something out?
Is that the same
Yes,
hospital?
We found which hospital the victim had been going to, and it says Veronica had been to the hospital. Her symptoms were migraines, visual and auditory hallucinations, mood swings, and aggression.
Do you have to
sounds pretty fucking serious.
do you have to go back in
It
time and
also
play the
says she was
diagnostics?
vomiting blood and
Be
had
like,
convulsions,
oh,
along
I
with
analyzed that
paralysis.
girl.
I analyzed that girl.
She was vomiting blood and had convulsions. Oh my god.
Convulsions? Vomiting blood?
Yes, that's what it says.
The doctors urged
to
her.
have more, but it seems that she had no intention of listening to them.
Why?
In the end, she left
Obviously,
the
she was
hospital
not
with whatever
Dr.
disease she
Cunningham's
had was
patient.
confirmed.
Yeah.
If only her doctor had forced her to...
Yeah,
It's
why
just how
wasn't it
things are
Dr.
these days.
Cunningham?
Really?
Let's continue with the investigation. In any case,
For
we
being
don't-
emotional,
judging
she
from
was
the symptom,
That was an emotion of hers.
That was an emotional reaction.
you do that.
So she was vomiting blood. Maybe that has to do with the blood on her shirt.
Could be.
I don't know. Yes!
According to the chart from the hospital, that if she had continued to vomit blood after her that would explain the...
Aha!
Yes. Thus, these blood stains were caused by the blood that she had vomited.
I feel so cool right now. Solving mysteries. Hospital record.
I guess I can't.
Is there? What about the bruising on her bone?
Can you do something for me, little guy?
Oh, finally!
Bone analysis. I just need to know if this fracture occurred before.
Take a look at this area here.
Great.
I hate you so much.
There's no knowing yet if this is, but I do know now.
It took him like 5 seconds.
Will you analyze this goddamn thing?
It took him 5 seconds to analyze it. It's just like,
We can deduce the
We've been
victim's
asking you this
first, the
ever.
pathological changes. There's no knowing what disease. However, if this discoloration of the bones shows the existence of a focus, it's safe to assume that whatever disease she was
Actually, I think I'm
suffering
also
from
getting
was in an advanced state.
I'm getting two cases mixed together.
I don't know, we're doing pretty good
The
on this
massive
one.
bloodstains.
No,
on
see,
the
now
clothes
I know where
her
we're going,
vomiting
and
blood.
I remember how this goes now. But I was actually thinking that it went in a completely different
Ah.
direction because
Did
I'm
you
getting it
think-
mixed up with the next case after this. I think it is. I think that's usually as far as I do when I replay it, because the 5th and 6th cases are kind of linked. And the 5th case took me originally like 5 hours to finish.
Holy-
It was really long.
Holy shit.
That and I just could not figure out what I was doing.
Well, we can press A.
There aren't many conditions that cause that much hemorrhage. From these 2 points alone, I could...
So she was
even if
terminal.
she hadn't been killed, she was already...
I see. But if that's the...
Why was she kidnapped?
Yeah, maybe this is
Did
why
the
she's acting
murderer
out in
kidnap
school,
her?
you know?
Or
Because
did
she's
that even-
dying.
Whatever the case, she was definitely taken from her home. The question now is what happened between the time she...
Right.
Wait, she was
Once
taken?
we know that,
This
we
is
should
Liam
finally
Neeson.
be able to see
This
the
is
real
Liam
truth
Neeson mission.
behind this case.
Oh,
Little guy, I'm
it's
going
not
to check
Nicolas
the
Cage
victim's...
anymore.
I
It's
thought
Liam
you might
Neeson.
want to, so I have...
Someone's prepared. And
It's not the most appropriate. It's aluminum powder for finding fingerprints. There are some useful additions to the mixture.
great.
Spread the powder anywhere that looks suspicious.
And that'll make any fingerprints stand out?
Good luck.
So,
Let's go use my new gift. Thank you, little guy.
we're gonna go back to the crime scene and dust for fingerprints.
It's like I'm an actual CSI investigator.
No, it's just the road. I'm sure a lot of Alright. Alright, okay, cool. Mirror? The glass? The entire area?
I'll dust the entire room. Surely I'll find something.
Whoa!
So many. These are all the same fingerprints. Now, why would she leave?
Because she was being dragged.
Pushing off the walls in zero G.
Pushing up. Wearing hand-shaped shoes.
Doing handstands.
So crawling on the floor.
Crawling in her skin.
Boy, that was
Yes.
dramatic as
She was
hell.
probably crawling on the floor. The prints indicate she...
The door?
She was heading towards...
The door?
Ta-da!
She trying to leave? What's
The
that?
prints on the floor lead to the rooms. What's underneath them?
Up. We can't see.
Nothing.
It means you're not using your stuff correctly.
It's the blood, isn't it? Holy sh!
Just as I thought. These are blood stains. They must be Veronica's. Considering the facts so far, these blood stains must have been caused by...
The vomiting.
Yes. Veronica's clothing was covered in
crawled
blood
in
that
it.
she had vomited. The
Yeah.
amount of blood here is more than would be a fatal loss in most people.
Yeah.
But there's something odd about these blood stains. Blood is a liquid. It should be evenly spread across the floor. If there was one reason for the blood stain...
Veronica was painting with it.
The floor was replaced.
The entire floor was replaced.
Yes. This door was closed when Veronica... That's why the blood spread unevenly.
Actually, it would probably also pour out of the room, just saying.
Look at that nice, neat line of where her blood just did not pass.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I already did that.
great. Yes.
Really, there's no fingerprints on the fucking doorknob.
People open their doors with their palms. Yeah. Let's check for evidence.
I feel like I'm missing something.
She didn't say we were done, did she?
I don't think so.
I mean, we found the ginormous blood stain.
We found the giant fucking clue. The one that I was looking for before. I was like, I recognize this room.
You wanna just dust?
We can back out and see if he says anything.
Yeah.
I should have been paying more attention.
Should we check the other scene? We're gonna dust over there.
I haven't found everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That. Well, we got the fingerprint thing, so yeah, let's just fingerprint everything. The bed? Dust the bed. Not on the bed.
Oh, I remember now.
Is it blood?
This door, thus.
We just needed to look at the door.
The room
Oh.
is now in the same condition as it was.
She didn't see that the last time she was here?
Holy shit.
The lower part of the door, what could these...
Oh, I fucking wonder. No.
Can't do both of them?
Huh? Bloodstains? From looking at the shape and location of these scratches...
Scratching.
Biting.
Biting. Drilling!
Yes, these are traces that someone had clawed at the door. On top of that, it was done with such desperation that their own nails cracked and bled.
Do you think she broke her finger doing that? Scratching at the door?
I know the answer.
Yes! This just got creepy.
These bloodstains are at the entrance to the room. The door was closed when Veronica vomited blood. That, along with the scratches on the inside of the door, there's just one sad conclusion we can reach from all this.
She's locked in.
This case is really fucked up.
Yes. Veronica was prevented from leaving here. Writhing in pain and unable to open the door, she lost a lethal amount of blood. She wasn't kidnapped and killed.
Oh, dude. That's put everything together.
We can deduce the victim's condition within this room by Veronica was crawling on the floor. It's likely that this is because of the mysterious... It sapped her strength to the point that she was she had an attack of her disease in...
This is actually a lot shorter than I remember.
This is horribly depressing.
It is horribly depressing. He's still not done analyzing this.
Yes, both these facts
Ow.
relate to the victim. If I were to sum up the
I should have put
driver's
that together
account
before.
prior to the accident...
Nah, it's too
The
obvious.
victim
Flying over.
Right, and after he...
Yeah, we know.
Excellent
We know he did
reasoning.
nothing.
Little guy, what's the FBI?
He's already admitted to killing her. Why would he lie about that?
Indeed. His account coincides with the evidence.
Huh?
Well, if she had been standing when the fractures to her bones would have indicated a strong in this case, nothing of that.
I see.
The skull fractures are consistent with a strong it would be unnatural for it to have been due to a car. Considering what happened to the victim, it can
Are
be
you
deduced
serious?
that something else that is. Yes.
Okay.
the fracture due to...
I see.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes me feel a
However,
little bit
that
better.
raises
Just about
questions
to
of
say
why
she's
in the
crawling
world
for
was this
it,
woman
vomiting
so
her own
far
blood,
from- and why
scratching
would
at
she
the
be
door
lying in
and
the middle of
die.
a bridge in the mountains?
Hit by a truck,
That's a valid
and then she
point.
got her skull bashed. Oh
I
my
guess there's still
God.
some mysteries left unsolved here.
See, the last victim I didn't have any care for
We'll
because
have
he
to
was a
continue
fucking drug
investigating
dealer in
in
the
more
end. He was
detail.
just like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he
I
was a-
just
he
deal
was a
drugs."
dick, man.
Every time I heard something about him, I was like, I don't like this guy.
was a dick.
This poor girl.
He was a dick, and the murderer came back to try and kill us, and I'm like, not having that.
Nope. What do you want?
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, we were able...
Good job.
Yes, there were records that the parent... Let's see, it looks like they'd started being frequent visitors to the hospital 2 months ago.
How many?
Oh, we didn't check every detail, but it was several times, ending about a month ago. The hospital staff seemed worried, since many of the injuries seemed to be signs of abuse.
Did they tell the doctors who had been physically assaulting them?
No, they didn't. However, some of their injuries were quite severe. The mother seemed to have suffered some visual impediments due to a wound on her eye.
I see.
Was it her? She beat up her parent.
This is
I'm
a very fucked up case.
God. Is it the truck driver? Did the truck driver beat up her parents? Oh my god. Okay, I just
Those two do not go together in any way?
put them
Really?
together. It's not
Shut up.
canon. Hospital records. Yeah.
True. These two do share the victim's hospital records. Say
Fuck.
that was careless.
What, Matt?
That was careless.
Uh,
That's a tough one.
2.
The victim's parents began going to the hospital 2 months ago and stopped after a month.
For a month.
For a month.
True. The victim's hospital records say she'd been at the hospital.
2, I guess.
Well, 1 didn't work, so.
Yes, 2 months ago.
247 months ago.
For the month before her death, she'd been
29
treated
months.
at the hospital. Now, the parents' hospital records say they'd been visiting the hospital since...
3 months.
Fuck.
Oh!
It's like we just got stabbed.
Yes. They also...
Look at that math we can't do.
I'm terrible with numbers.
Horrible math. Yeah, go
For a
back.
second there, I thought it was messed up because it said that she had been going to the
Yeah.
hospital for a month, and then
Yeah.
it said that they were there for 2 months.
Yeah, I know. What the?
I was like,
Veronica was
okay,
going
I'm-
for migraines,
We're gonna call that, you know,
hallucinations,
bad
mood
game.
swings, and vomiting
Bad game.
blood. And her
I'm just bad at
parents were
numbers.
going
We're
after
bad at
suffering frequent... A month before the victim was found dead, the
I'm also
parents
just trying to get
suddenly
through this
stopped
case.
having these injuries.
Okay, so the victim
An
was found dead a
unpleasant
month
coincidence,
after
to be
she
sure.
dies. Okay,
I
so
hope there's no...
holy. Oh, how this case is fucked up. Her little finger was.
According to the charts, the migraines, hallucinations, mood swings,
Aggression, probably. Yeah.
yes. Her conditions must have worsened severe. That is, her violent tendencies would have increased in frequency.
hit her
In
parents.
addition to that is the fracture in Veronica's finger. That's a common injury when people hit things with their fist. On the other hand, the parents' injuries seemed like... If I were to consider all these...
They all hurt themselves.
Their house was dangerous.
Right. They show that Veronica had been physically abusing her parents.
Couldn't help it because she was, you know, disease-ridden. But then they left her to die.
Oh man, am I almost done?
The
Damn.
victim's femurs were fractured in the... Her skull was... We've confirmed that both those... From those facts, it's...
Oh, it was already dead. Yeah.
Yes. That means that the drop...
Then does that mean that murdered and then had her corpse dumped on that bridge?
I don't know that just yet.
Oh, yes, you do. You do.
My phone. Conclusion reached.
Hey! It says we finished.
The dead shall speak.
They do, they call you.
Let's put together the truth of what happened here.
Alright.
These moments always felt like the end of a Phoenix Wright case to me.
A woman's skeleton was found 50 kilometers downriver of the city. The victim's name is Veronica Cage.
Nicolas
She was
Cage's
23 years old. She was suffering
Poor
from
lady.
some sort of illness. It caused her severe pain along with mental instability. When she couldn't go on, she snapped and turned violent. This card shows the truth of that emotional state.
Oh.
The patient had frequently physically assaulted her parents.
She had a disease, dude.
This same disease finally caused her own death as well. This card shows evidence of that final attack. Yes, there were traces of blood at her room's entrance. During the attack, she writhed in agony about the room. The shattered mirror is evidence of that violent behavior.
So she smashed the mirrors.
Eventually, her strength gave out and she collapsed. She used the last of her strength to try to leave the room. However, her one final wish was left unanswered. This card speaks to that sad truth. In her fading consciousness, she tore at the door. But she died there, and the culprits carried her body out. The proof of this is on this card. Exactly. The earring caught on something while she was being carried. She was already dead when the earring was torn from her ear. Most likely, her death surprised the ones responsible. They then cleaned the room to hide any signs she was there. But whoever cleaned the room had poor eyesight,
Oh yeah.
and thus did not see the earring among the mirror shards. The body had to be hidden as well.
So that's it on
Their
the middle.
plan was to throw the body off a bridge 8 kilometers away. But they were scared off by a pair of oncoming headlights.
Oh, okay, there we go.
This culprit, with a bad back, gave up and fled the scene. Those headlights belonged to the blue truck. The driver could not avoid the body and ran over her.
I like how it's literally just
The
a
driver
blue
believed
truck.
he had killed her and dumped the body.
There's our truck
Ironically, what he did only completed the culprit's plan. This card has proof that she was already dead when run over. Hiding a corpse is a crime, but the driver wasn't the murderer. The ones responsible are those who locked her away to die. She sought help, not knowing that none would ever come. Her last words are the proof of that desperation.
Ah, it hurts! Mom! Dad! Help me!
This is the whole truth in how her life was cut short. I don't know what the dead want, but the truth must come out. I'm going to see the ones who cut your life's thread short.
I'm gonna beat him up. And send him to jail.
The medical examiner. What brings you here?
Your daughter died in suffering. She struggled, she shouted, and she clawed at her door. She tried to escape so terribly that her own nails tore off. Why didn't you open the door?
There was no choice. We wanted her to be happy. We wanted her to be normal. We never thought this would...
Her death may have been inescapable. But you defiled her death in order to protect yourselves. That can never be forgiven. When death came to you, did you suffer? Soon I will know for myself.
Hmm?
Miss Kimishima, your test results have come back.
Dr. Styles.
I see. Let me ask you up front. How long do I have until my flame goes out?
A year at best. Maybe 6 months.
Fuck.
I understand. Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Kimishima, the helicopter's here to take you to the lab.
All right. Thank you.
Did they just like park the helicopter on the lawn or something? Oh. Huh?
Rosalia. What is this? Someone's name?
Dr. Kimishima, are you all right up there?
Yes, I'm fine.
No,
I'll be right
no.
down.
I'm having a cliffhanger.
We're having a plot moment.
We're having a plot. Hold on.
Ta-da! Well, if you were happy before, I hope you're not now.
I'm like thoroughly depressed.
You should be.
Thanks. Bear.
That whole just bit was just.
God, and I was feeling happy today too, and now it's just
It's a gut
fuck
punch.
that.
It's a gut punch to your happy.
It's like at this point, it's just like, what else? Well, let's do something happy. Let's do soup. Actually, no.
No, we have diagnostics next.
Ah. Okay. Alright.
Alright, that's enough for the forensics. I hope you are as depressed as I am, or else you have no soul.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, be happy. Good night.
Goodbye.